Namaskaram. So today we are going to learn section 35 scientific research expenditure. Now this section is divided into two parts. Okay, there is a part A which talks about in-house scientific research. Now please understand what is in-house scientific research is this. The research is done by the business for the business. By the business for the business. That means if you are an automobile company, you will do research on another version of automobile or engine or lights kind of. So related to your business. So this has to be related to your business and it is done by in-house. So here I would like to give you example of one particular factory. You are a pharmaceutical company, so you will have a production facility, you will have sales department, you will have admin department, you will have finance department, you understand, you will have warehousing department. So one particular pharma company will have lot of department, but along with those department, don't you think at least small department should be there in an organization called a research and development department? So we are talking about this research and development department here, which will help this pharma company to grow faster and faster. Today whole world is facing the crisis of coronavirus. Now you can understand if pharmaceutical company doesn't have research facility within them, the situation will become worse than the current situation. Right now many pharmaceutical companies are working day and night hard to develop some kind of vaccine, some kind of medicine which can prevent coronavirus. So same thing has happened so many times in past, and similar things will happen also in future. Without their research and development, whole humanity comes, the existence of humanity comes to the challenge. And therefore I always say research and development facility is important, not only for pharmaceutical company but also for technology driven company. Research and development is important. You can understand the best phone producer company today is Apple, but one of the philosophy that Steve Jobs has told to his employee was clearly, no matter what we do, no matter, even though today we are the one of the best company, still there is a scope of improvement. And therefore every day when you are coming to this particular organization, you should have this ideology how to improve your existing product. So don't be settled down at one particular level, go to the next level and next to next level and then next to next level. This is what they all do. You today there are a lot of inventors, we are having young inventors. One of the person that you can always read about as a motivational for that, Elon Musk, he's also doing a lot of kind of research on on next generation technology, then exploration of space. So many things are happening. Those things are impossible without having research and development facility in your organization. So what kind of expenditure we can incur for research and development? Along with this, you need to understand one more thing, that research may not give you expected output and therefore it is called as a research. Please understand, year one particular organization had done research but they did not get the output. Year 2 they did research but they did not get the output. Year 3 they did research but they did not get the output. Year 4 they did the research but they did not get the output. Okay, year 5 they did the research but they did not get the output. Year 6 finally they got the their research successful, research turned into development and development turned into commercial production. So please understand here one thing, that though you have done the research for 5 years, you got the success only in the year of 6, only 6th year, and you could start your commercial production only in the 6th year. So your business came into existence in the 6th year, not in the earlier years. So section 37(1), which is the general deduction section, will start giving you deduction from year 6th onwards, not before that. And there is no other section which can provide benefit for the preliminary expenses or the expenses that you have incurred prior to commencement of your business on research and development, and that to first 5 years you are running into failures. But government of India understand this, that without giving opportunity to associate to fail in his research trial, we cannot develop the new product. And today you can understand importance of having patent in the country. Right now India is paying a very good amount of money to foreign organization and foreign countries for using their patents in India. So they want that Indian entities should come forward and they should innovate things in India. India should become innovative, digitalization, and they should have their patent and intellectual property rights registered in India, and whole world should use that technology through us. And therefore they have said we will give extraordinary benefit to assessees under section 35. Now section 35 is divided, as I told you, in two parts. Part A, in-house research. Part B we will talk in a while, but first focus on part A now. So I have to divide our research into two parts here. One is the pre-commencement expenditure and another is post-commencement. Pre-commencement and post-commencement. Now in pre-commencement also expenditure can be of two type. Okay, expenditure can be of two type. One is capital expenditure, we call it capex, and another is opex, operating expenditure. Here also expenditure can be two type, capex and opex. Operating expenditure means revenue expenditure. Okay, now if expenditure are capital in nature, pre-commencement, they say we will give you deduction of pre-commencement expenditure, but not more than 3 years prior to date of commencement. So maximum 3 years. Now which 3 years here? So year 6 obviously you will get deduction. So 3 years, that means here year 5 you will get deduction, year 4 you will get deduction, year 3 you will get deduction, but you will not get deduction of year 1 and year 2. So they are giving you deduction of even pre-commencement, but maximum 3 years. And in post-commencement there is one subject, this deduction is subject to MAC condition. Okay, what is MAC condition we will discuss later on. For manufacturing enterprises they have given extra benefit. Here you should focus on the basic chart first of all. So what I was trying to tell you here is this. Okay, there are two types of expenditure in pre-commencement, capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. In capital expenditure again they are saying cost of land is not allowed as a deduction, because to run your research facility first you will purchase a land, then you will construct a building, then you will bring equipments, furnitures and all, then you will have your research staff along with you, then you will buy different types of raw material for research staff, you understand. So they are not giving deduction of cost of land. In fact, so far as land is concerned, you need to understand there is no deduction available for land under any provisions of PGBP chapter. So this is the not allowed. Okay, NM is not allowed. Any other capex, capital expenditure is allowed as a deduction. Any other capex is allowed as a deduction. Okay, and when I say allowed, it is allowed to the extent of 100%. And because you are claiming 100% deduction here, you should not claim depreciation on the same expenditure again, otherwise it will lead to double deduction. Same point we have discussed under section 32, depreciation. So far as OPEX is concerned, because your business is not into commencement, you will not have expenses related to HR, admin, finance, you understand. You will not have marketing expenses, sales expenses, delivery expenses. So you will not have those kind of expenses. So here government is saying, okay, we will divide this OPEX also in two parts. One is allowed and one is disallowed. So any other, and here the main part is salary, but not whole salary, salary excluding perquisite, So salary is allowed as a deduction, but perquisite, that extra benefit that we provide to employee, car, house and then credit card facility, club membership, so those will not be allowed as a deduction. So first expenses is the salary which will be allowed as a deduction, and second expenses which is raw material. Okay, raw material is also allowed as a deduction, and these two deductions will be given only when, please remember, only when it is approved by prescribed authority. So to claim this deduction, you need to get approval from prescribed authority. If if, please understand, if you are spending any other expenses on pre-commencement time, so we don't give any deduction, so not allowed. Okay. Now, so far as post commencement expenses are concerned, again here the chart goes in the same manner. Okay, chart will talk about like this: cost of land not allowed, any other capex 100% allowed. Okay, 100% allowed. So there is no difference between chart of pre-commencement and post-commencement. Chart of pre-commencement and post-commencement is exactly same. So far as the OPEX are concerned, you need to remember all revenue expenses will be allowed because your business into commencement now. So what do you need to remember now? What is MAC condition? What are the MAC condition? Now please understand, when we talk about MAC condition, you need to write MAC like this: M, A, and C. These extra benefits are given to those associates who are in a manufacturing segment or biotechnology. Okay, either they are in a manufacturing business or they are in a biotechnology business. Second benefit is second condition is this: they need to have agreement with Government of India, agreement. Then they need to have approval from prescribed authority, and they need to have books of accounts, and those books of accounts need to be audited, okay, by the chartered accountant, and the assessee should be company assessee. So if you complied the MAC condition, and MAC condition is applicable only on post commencement, only it is available on post commencement of your business. Now please understand, if you comply MAC condition, then you don't get any deduction of land, cost of land not allowed as other situation. Second point, you need to remember, building is available, but available 100% deduction, 100% allowed. And next, any other expenses. When I say any other expenses, it includes capital plus revenue, okay, is allowed to the extent of 150%, and because it is allowed to the extent of 150%, we call it weighted deduction. Okay, we call it weighted deduction. And weighted deduction means if you spend 10 crore on it, you will get 150%, that means 15 crore deduction under this section. This doesn't happen in accounts. Sir, why? This is an incentive given to the manufacturing segment or biotechnology business. Okay, the same chart is written in our notes, so I would like to show you that part as well. Okay, step by step, one more time, let's go through it. So just have the quick revision. This chart is prepared on the joint book, so half part is on the left hand side of the page and half part is on the right hand side of the page. So I'll be running on 2 pages now. Expenditure on scientific research, part A, in-house research by the business for the business. Okay, this is what in-house research. Now in-house research can be divided into pre-commencement, and then on next page it is post-commencement. In pre-commencement, deductions are allowed, but they are allowed to the maximum extent of 3 years prior to date of commencement. This is what you need to remember. They will incur 2 types of expenditure prior to commencement: capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. In capital expenditure, cost of land is not allowed as a deduction, whereas any other expenditure is allowed, but 100% allowed as a deduction. And because you are claiming 100% deduction on capital expenditure in the 1 year itself, you are not supposed to claim depreciation or additional depreciation again. In revenue expenditure, you will get deduction of material, salary, but salary excluding perquisite. Okay, it is allowed only if it is approval by prescribed authority. That authority is there in Noida, Delhi. Okay, any other expenses will not be allowed in the pre-commencement time. Now let's jump on the post-commencement chart. In post-commencement expenditure, it is subject to MAC first of all. Okay, and in post-commencement also you will have 2 types of expenditure: capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Cost of land not allowed. Any other expenditure will be allowed to the extent of 100%. Okay, and revenue expenditure, again it will be allowed without any condition. You don't have to go to prescribed authority to claim deduction because your business into commencement as of now. Yes, this deduction can become 150% if you can comply MAC condition. So what are the MAC condition, friends? My condition means assessee should be engaged in a manufacturing and biotechnology business. Now here I would like to mention two more points. In additional depreciation, there were two business, manufacturing and power generation. In section 32 AD, investment allowance, there were only one business. We had only one business there, and that was manufacturing segment. In section 35 2AB, subsection 2AB, please remember subsection also. 35 2AB, there are two businesses, manufacturing and biotechnology. Okay, research must be approved by prescribed authority. Assessee must enter into an agreement with prescribed authority. Assessee must maintain books of accounts and get it audited. And assessee should be a company. Then only the deduction which is given to the extent of 100% will be given to the extent of 150%. Look at this. Okay, if all above conditions are satisfied, then cost of land, no deduction, cost of building 100% deduction, and any other expenditure, whether it is a capital or revenue, 150% deduction. The moment I told you 150% deduction, I would like to write one note here. Okay, this 150% deduction, this is the last year. So AY 2021 is the last year for 150% deduction. When Arun Jaitley sir was there in 2017 only, he has made an amendment which will take effect in a prospective manner. So in future, what will happen from AY 21-22 onwards, AY 21-22 onwards, all 150% deductions under PGBP chapter now will be restricted maximum to the extent of 100%, and this point is very important for multiple choice question, because in examination, though we are writing examination for AY 2021, they may ask MCQ for AY 21-22 as well, and therefore you are supposed to know what is the percentage under AY 2021 and AY 21-22. So 150% is the last year for AY, and because it is the last year, it is quite expected in exam as well. Okay, so this is the one part. Now the second part of the chart is this. Let's go back here. Now we are writing part B. Part B is the donation or contribution. Okay, part B is about donation or contribution under section 35. Now please understand what do you mean by donation. Donation means it is not at all related to your business. You are just generous and you are donating the money for the research conducted by other pharmaceutical companies. So in today's world, you might be knowing Tata Group have donated 1500 crore, Adani Group have donated some money, L&T Group have donated some money, Reliance Group has donated some money. So or major organization, individuals, professionals, actors, they are coming forward and they are donating money for the humanity as a whole, and they are donating this money to the PM Care Fund, some hospitals, some charitable organization to conduct research on coronavirus. So similarly, if you are donating money and you are not directly going to be direct beneficiary out of that particular research, so we call that particular amount given as a donation. Whereas contribution is not like that. Contribution is something like this: when you are having your small pharmaceutical company, so you are also proprietor, I am also proprietor there, and there are 50 proprietor like us. So this 50 proprietor comes together and they form an organization common for the research and development, because individually they cannot run pharmaceutical research and development within the organization. They are not like company like Dr. Reddy, Sam Pharma, they are not Cipla, they are not Ranbaxy, they are not big companies like that. They are small companies or they are small individuals who are running pharma businesses, but though they can come together, and you always know that there is a power in unity. So they can come together and they can form a trust or they can form an organization which will do the research commonly by taking money from all of them. And if they the research division, if they can invent something good, then any of the member will be free to use that particular technology. So there will be terms and condition. What I am trying to say here is this: donation is not related to business and contribution will be related to business of the assessee. Whether it is a donation or contribution, law is same for them. So section 35 will talk about two things now. One is scientific research. One is scientific research and another one is social or statistical research? Research. Now scientific research, you already understand it is it has to be connected with some kind of scientific fact, whereas social research or statistical research can be identifying population in particular area, then gender ratio, gender equality, then literacy ratio, birth ratio, death ratio, this kind of thing. So those research will help government to frame good policies for that particular area. Companies can have better understanding about the target market, so they may conduct this kind of research. Now you tell me, out of these two, which one is more important? I'm telling you both are important, but which one is more important, scientific research or social research? Obviously scientific research is more important. So in scientific research we will divide it into three parts. Please understand, first part is donation given to IITs. Now what is IITs? Indian Institute of Technologies. So IITs, okay, or national lab, or other notified organization, okay, or some notified organization. If you have given donation to this organization, so government gives you deduction of 150%. Oh my god. So you can understand, again, you donate 1 lakh rupees, and you will get deduction of, you donate 1 lakh rupees and you will get deduction of 150%. So that is weighted deduction, okay. Secondly, here we are having RUSI. Now RUSI is not a government organization, but they are semi-government organization kind of, okay. What is RUSI? So first is research association, secondly is university, then college, okay, and then institutions, approved institution obviously, okay. If you give donation here, then also you will get deduction of 150%. And if you are donating money to Indian company, now this is a private sector, if you are donating money to Indian company whose object clause, please understand, whose object clause in MOA and AOA talks about this company's primary object is a research and development, and because the primary clause is research and development and you are donating money there, government is appreciating it and government will give you deduction of 100%. Government will give deduction of 100%. So first two category you are getting 150%, and then third category you are getting 100%. Please remember this. Secondly, on statistical research, here also we are having RUSI, okay, same, research association, university, college and institution. So here the donation is 100%, okay. So far as IIT is in concern, national lab is concerned, I am not confused because I know there is a deduction of 150%. So far as Indian company is concerned, I know deduction is 100%. But when we talk about RUSI, there is a good type of confusion because RUSI is under scientific and RUSI is under statistical also, and therefore I have to tell you there are sub clauses or clauses of this section 35. We need to by heart all those clauses, because in examination sometimes they refer RUSI covered under this particular clause and RUSI covered under particular this clause. So if RUSI is covered under clause number 2, it is a scientific RUSI. If RUSI is covered under clause number 3, then it is a social RUSI. So there are some differences that you need to remember through section. So let's have quick look on our chart. So we are talking about contribution and donation part under section 35. For scientific research, if you are donating to national lab or IITs, then deduction is 150%. Section you should remember here, section 35 subsection 2AA, MAC was covered under section 35 2AB, okay. Secondly, donation is given to approved research association, university, college, institution, then the deduction is equal to 150%, and this is given under section 35 subsection 1 clause 2. Please remember at least this clause is very important. Clause 2 means scientific RUSI, okay. And then we are having Indian company whose object clause is research and development, so the deduction is 100%, and this is covered under section 35 subsection 1 clause 2A. Now the second part of this chart is for social or statistical research. It is also given to approved RUSI. This money is also given to RUSI, research association, university, college and institution. Deduction is 100%, and this is under section 35 subsection 1 clause 3. So there is a dispute between clause 2 and clause 3. If clause 2 comes in exam, it is 150%. If clause 3 comes in exam, it is 100%. Now please, again here I have to mention one more point. This 150% will be reduced, this 150% will be reduced to 100% from AY 21-22. So next year onwards, this 150% is going to be again 100%, this and this both. Okay. So let's have the understanding from one question on section 35. Illustration 18 CA inter module. Mr. A furnishes the following particulars for previous year 1920. Compute the deduction allowable under section 35 while computing his income under the head PGBP. Amount paid to notified approved Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore for scientific research. So this is the institute, this is the RUSI. So which RUSI is this? This is the RUSI. Okay, which RUSI? Scientific RUSI. So can you tell me section? Can you tell me section here, friends? Section 35, subsection 1, clause scientific RUSI, clause 2, exactly, and deduction will be 150%. Now because deduction is 150%, please understand, he has donated 1 lakh rupees, but he will get deduction of 150%. Government is encouraging Indian people to donate more and more money for scientific research, so that we can in future we can earn very good amount of money on royalty. At least we can save money that we are paying as a royalty to the foreign nation. Secondly, amount paid to IIT Delhi for approved scientific research. Now IIT, you already know, IIT is also covered under 150%. Important aspect here is you need to tell me section 35 to AA. Okay. Amount paid to X Limited, a company registered in India, and has main object as a scientific research and development as it is approved by prescribed authority. Can you tell me the section of percentage? First of all, percentage is 100%, and section here is 35, subsection 1, clause 2A. Okay. An expenditure incurred in in-house research and development facility as approved by prescribed authority. So here revenue expenditure 3 lakh and capital expenditure including land 5 lakh rupees. So out of the 7.5 lakh, you can understand only 2.5 lakh is allowed as a deduction, because 5 lakh is not allowed as a deduction. Now only dispute here is, should I get 100% deduction or 150% deduction? That depends on MAC condition. Now can you tell me what are the MAC condition? Manufacturing assessee. Okay, we can assume he is a manufacturing assessee. Secondly, there has to be agreement between this assessee and government. The project should be approved from prescribed authority. There are books of account maintained and audited. And secondly, assessee should be company assessee. Look at this. Here the assessee name is Mr. A, and therefore from beginning only I have asked you to practice this. Whenever you start illustration, you should write this legal status. In answer, you should always write this legal status individual. I have always asked you to practice this legal status, residential status, or assessee Mr. A, and right hand side AY 2021 PY 1920 and pan dash. So these are the items that we always refer when we start answer, and look at the answer pattern here. And I suggest, if you can remember section, you should also present answer in a similar manner. Okay, you can cross confirm section 35 subsection 1 clause 2, 150%. He paid 1 lakh, but he got deduction of 1,50,000. IIT, he paid 2,50,000, but 150% he will get deduction of 3,75,000. X Limited, he paid 4 lakh, 100% deduction under clause 2A, so he will get deduction of 4 lakh. And in-house research, 3 lakh rupees he spent, he will get deduction of 3 lakh rupees. And section 35 subsection 1 clause 4, again 100% deduction. So he will get deduction of whole 2,50,000 excluding cost of land, that is 5 lakh. So this is the total amount of deduction, and this note is very important. Only company assessee are entitled for weighted deduction. So they call it weighted deduction because they are giving deduction of 150% when assessee is spending 100%. Under section 35(2)(ab) in respect of in-house research and development expenditure. However, in this case, assessee is an individual, therefore he would be entitled to deduction of 100% of the revenue expenditure incurred under section 35 subsection 1 clause 1 and 100% capital expenditure under section 35 subsection 1 clause 4 read with section 35 subsection 2. So here when it talks about in-house research, you can just refer section 35 because there are multiple sections which come, multiple subsection which comes together. Assuming that such expenditures is laid out or expended on the research of related to his business, because it is in-house, so I told you it has to be by the business for the business. So this is how you need to remember your section 35. Please you can also refer this table given in our module as a reference chart. Okay, they have written subsections and their nature and their respective percentage deduction in this particular chart. Thank you.